Today we'll see how to upload multiple files and file upload with the model. Okay, those who have not seen the first part, please see the first part where we are using the same code base and we are extending the same code base with the multiple files and file upload with the model. So I'll add the link in the description, and also I'll add in the shown on the top eye icon. Okay, let's begin that. Okay, before we write that, I think in the last video I told that so we'll add an option to download also. So for that, what we do use we just add a download option where with the action with the anchor. So I'll name this as download. Okay, and the route, we have to mention the route, and it is going to be file name, and we can have the same item dot name is this, and that is going to be our link. Okay, now we have an option, we have anchor tag to download it, but whereas we don't have an option to download that. For that, we'll write the piece of code to download the file. Okay, so I'll write here. Okay, so this is as usual, it's a common one, so it's going to be iaction result where it can support anything. Download, and the parameter is going to be name. Okay, this is similar in the condition, we have to check if file is null or not. If it is null, we just return file name is required. I mean, error can be anything, it's up to you, whatever you want we can have it. Okay, and for this we need a path, so I'll be using the same path, so what we have created earlier. Okay, and instead of file previously, we need to pass this basically to get the file path. So once we have the path, we should read that into our memory stream. Okay, that is, we need to have a memory stream object, and then we have to have a file stream object to read the file. And we need to pass the file, and we need to make the file mode as open so that we can read the file. Once with that, we have to copy the stream to our memory variable. Now we have the things, and also we should keep our memory position to 0 so that whenever the file downloads, it's download successful. So then once we have that, we need to uh, return the memory, and here we have to return the type. For now I'll just hardcode it as a png. Later we'll add a common method where based on the action it gives the type. Path dot get file name. Okay, and we pass the path so that it returns the file name. Okay, this is our code, and we are done with the code. Now we have an option to download the file, and we have a action method to download the file. Okay, now we just restart the code. Okay, it's loaded, so I go back to the files folder. Now I click on this. See, now it is successfully downloaded. I can open the file what we have created. I think if you remember in the first video I took the screenshot of Google and I created this. Okay, and with this we have completed the download. The next one is we have to create the multiple files download. So for that, I mean this, I mean not the file upload. I mean to say multiple file upload. So for that, I'll be using the same most of the code part. First, I'll add the action and then we'll create the UI for that. So I'll name it as upload files and inst for now instead of we get file, we will get multiple files. So that should be a list. Okay. And the variable I mark it as a files. And next we have to check the condition as whether we have whether files is null or the files count. Now we have to check the count. Is there any at least one file selected? Okay, then we throw an error. Please select at least one file. Okay, now that this now we have the files. The next step is we have to loop through the file to upload it. Okay, for that it's a pretty much straightforward where file in files and you open this. Okay, now the pretty much it's going to be the same code because we don't have to write anything because the job of this code is to save the files, right? So that's the reason we keep the same previous code in the for loop so that it iterates through each object of file and then save it in our configured folder, and then once it is successfully saved it returns to the files. Okay, just save it for a while and then go back to an index file where we will have the piece of front end code we had to write. Okay, I'll just add a breakpoint for us to distinguish. Okay, now this is also should we'll use most of the code. Copy paste, say multiple file upload. Now what is the condition it is going to be? Instead of file it is action and it is going to be files and it is files, upload files. Okay, the main difference between the both of this code is now the input type file should accept multiple. This is the keyword. This is the keyword wherein the file upload controller will have an ability to select multiple files, right? With this code we have completed the multiple file upload. Let's quickly verify that and then we go and see the third one of file upload with the model. Okay, just for that, to test this, just kill this, rerun this. Okay, it is running. Just refresh the code. I mean, go back to home, refresh the code. Yeah, multiple file uploads. You can see this. I'll just like select the files. If you can see this now, I can select multiple files. This one, this one, this one. Okay, for now I select these two, this one and this. Okay, I select this one. I mean the control is not accepting in my Mac. Okay, I select these three. I click on open. See, you can see three files uploaded. Now I click on upload files. It is returning an error. Why? Let us see that. This is common. This is common. What is my controller? This is also correct. File only. It is file multiple part upload files. I believe the controller is same. It is same. File is null or file count is we have selected and our count should be greater than that. Let us see why it is throwing an error quickly. So we have the list. We have the list of files. We have the async task and we are waiting here. Should be correct. Let us quickly verify this one more time. I just refresh it. Okay. and just select these two. Yeah, it is successfully uploaded. I think the previous one by mistake we have selected on the controller and looks like it didn't identify the it selected the files. We'll see one more time. So what I'll do is for quickly to verify it, I'll just delete the files from the upload folder so that we can quickly verify whether it is uploaded or not. Okay, just go back to home and to recheck confirmation. I'll go to file. See, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, I'll again select this one and this one and this one. Open three files. Click. Looks I have not saved something. Let us see what is the issue. Okay, I think I better restart it. And I could see some changes are not saved. I'll make sure we don't have any files. Yeah, nothing is there. Okay, let's try one more time. Select the files. I select these two. Okay, I think this is not a file. I think that's the reason. Okay, I select these two files. Upload files. See, now it is successfully uploaded. Next. Okay, with this is the option of this is the way we upload multiple files. The next one we'll see how to upload with the model. Okay, now we'll create the view first. Just colors. Now we'll create the first view first, and then we'll write the controller, that is a backend code. Okay, I'll break it, and I think here also we'll be using most of the code. So what it is, it is going to be a single file upload. To distinguish, I say model view. Okay, and it can be single file upload. What I'll do is to distinguish, I'll say view model. I'll tell you what we are going to do. I'll tell you that. Okay, and it is going to be, we'll go with the, for now we'll go with a single file. Later we'll decide if you want to more files or not. So this is going to be file to upload. Okay, so this is all same. Okay, the next one is we have to write our controller for this. So I will use the same piece of code, file upload. Okay, and I have to have the same action what we have created, file upload view model. Okay, now instead of the actual file, now I have to create the model for this. So instead of for that, so I need to create a model. I'll be creating here only new file. So it is will be file input model dot cs. Okay, just to avoid the previous error, I'll just copy the namespace and create here. So now what we have to do is we need a class over here. Public class, and it is going to be our file input model, and inside this we will have our iform file. Okay, we need this file to upload. Okay, and this is going to be our property, so obviously we need get set. For this we have to add our namespace. Okay, Now we have the input. Now we'll add this as a parameter for our well upload. So what we have to do is we have to mark this as a our model. The next thing is we can check with our model dot is null or not. If it is null, please select file. Okay. If it is there, then it will have the file name also, and then we have to copy our stream. Okay. Now the next one is remains the same. So this is what our file input model. Let's quickly verify what how does it works, and also I'll explain why we need this also in a real use case. I mean real use case example. Okay, run the code. I hope I have not missed anything. Okay, let us check once it is running it. Then we can verify whether working or throwing any other errors are good so that we can learn faster. See, we have that code. Now select this. I will go with this only Google again. Okay, now I'll upload it. See, it is successfully uploaded. Okay, I mean I will just delete this from here and re-upload. I'll tell you why I'm uploading only PNGs. Okay, now we don't have any file. I'll go here and I select this and I'll upload. See, now I have the file and I can check this in the source directory also whether it is there or not. Yes, I could see. Okay, this is what about the file uploads with three options, that is single file, multiple file, and a single file with the model. Okay, now I'll just quickly explain you why model is needed for that. So okay, example, say case of I think generally we will not be using in a single registration form some kind of file upload. It's very rare scenario, but I'll give an example of, say for example, you go to the some course, tutorial course or course for registration purpose that you want to take a course. So then they'll have a form, they'll fill in all the information, and also with one push they need to select the student file upload, an example. So in that case, this model is will be important. So how does it look like? I'll just write a few parameters on the use case. Say for example, student. Okay, what is the student will have? Student name, address, mobile number. Say this is what I want to capture it. Plus I want to take capture the student photo also. So in this case, how I can do is it's similar to the same property. Now it is going to be form file. Okay, photo. So now this is a use case. Now what we can do is in the same way, for example, the view model itself, we can have another additional three input parameters wherein they can enter the name, mobile number, and the address, and also they can the who user can select the photo of the student and they can push it. So with this, with a single click, we'll have the data as well as file upload. I mean, basically that is a use case of the model, basic use case. Hope you understood. That's it. Thanks. Thank you.